Before we sleep, stories about ordinary lives. Tonight's story, 18th floor. There was a season of my life when I lived very far from home. It was internship year. The kind of year where days blurred together, where hospital corridors feel longer than they are, where sleep is short and responsibility feels heavy. I lived on the 18th floor of a condominium, high enough to see almost everything, low enough to still hear the noise. From my window, I could see the LRT station. Every few minutes, a train would arrive, packed, standing room only. Faces tired, some staring blankly, some asleep while standing, some scrolling through their phones, and some just quiet. Below that, a busy street. Cars, jeepneys, vendors, people walking fast like they were always late for something. And then there were the buildings across mine. At night, their windows would light up, squares of yellow and white, floating in the dark. Sometimes I could see silhouettes. Someone cooking, someone pacing, someone watching TV alone. After a toxic duty, after hours in the ER, after endorsements, after running on coffee and adrenaline, I would sit by that window, not doing anything dramatic, just staring, just breathing. And I would wonder, who among them is happy tonight? Who is quietly breaking? Who just got promoted? Who just failed an exam? Who just received good news? Who is praying for help? Who is helping someone survive? I realized something up there on the 18th floor. Every moving dot in that train had a full story. Every person walking on that street was carrying something invisible. Every lit window was a universe. Tired intern, far from home, trying to become something bigger than fear. Sometimes I felt small, sometimes I felt overwhelmed. But when I looked outside, the world didn't feel lonely. It felt connected. Somewhere in that train, someone might also be exhausted. Somewhere in that building, someone might also be studying. Somewhere in that city, someone might also be wondering about other lives. Maybe even looking out their own window. That thought always softened something in me. That I wasn't the only one trying. I wasn't the only one tired. I wasn't the only one hopeful. The trains kept moving. The street never fully slept. The lights slowly turned off one by one, and eventually, so did mine. I would close the curtains, lie down, and remind myself tomorrow I get to help someone again. Tomorrow I get to step into another person's story. Tomorrow, maybe someone will look out their window and wonder about me. And that felt meaningful. So I would let the city hum in the background, let the trains pass without me, let the world carry its own weight for a few hours. And I would finally sleep, grateful to be one small light among many. And that's tonight's story. Before we sleep, let the day end. I'll see you in the next one. Good night.